two of them. Oh, there's contact. There's contact. And there's contact between Cheryl Powell and Campbell Pilling. Well, good morning everyone and welcome to the 7th and final round of the 2022 Daniel Ricciardo Series. We are just north of Grantham here, deepest, darkest Lincolnshire, here at the Fulbeck race circuit. A fitting venue, technical, twisty, a good mix of fast straights and tight corners, and it all will play host to three brand new Daniel Ricciardo Series champions for 2022, and the championship point standings couldn't be much closer either. We'll take you through those as we navigate our way through the qualifying sessions this morning. So, quick crunch of the championship points for the DRS62s. We calculate here, unofficially of course, that Jack Robinson took 8 points off Oscar Walsh, an 8-point swing in the first qualifying session. So the gap was 12 points, now down to 4. Now bear in mind, we've got all of our calculators at the ready here. Because of the way the championship point system works, you get to effectively knock off or drop your worst scores, your 4 worst scores, your 3 worst heat scores, your worst final score. So it might take a bit of working out, and certainly don't take anything that we say as gospel, because half the time we'll just make it up as we go. But we are pretty sure that that has absolutely set the DRS62 championship race on fire here. 4 points the difference between the front two. Let's move on to the DRS125s then. Don't expect this lot to all come out at the same time. Some of them will sit in and just do what they need to do at the start of this qualifying session. So here they come. Ten minutes for this qualifying session. As expected and as predicted, couple will just hang around on the dummy grid. This championship is really tight as well, like really tight. And there's quite a few involved in it as well. So Oliver Owen, Ben Gartside, Tom Snape, all 10 points between them two. So only another, 25 points back to Firas Bilbezi. So if there's a few disasters today, he could come into contention as well. Looks like a 3-horse race at the moment. Owen, Gartside, Snape. And the other interesting thing is, will those three just be competing for minor places on the day? Because we know that Sam Faulkner generally, since his return to the Daniel Ricciardo Series, nobody's really been able to challenge him for time. And I don't think they'd really want to challenge him for place as well. They're here to win a championship. They're not here to win the race today. The other thing I saw for the DRS125, I saw Michael Simpson here yesterday, is that right? He was on, I saw on some social media. Yeah, what a super race driver he is. What a top class kart driver. One of the best ever, it has to be said. Michael Simpson was here testing a DRS125 kart yesterday. Ah, very interesting stuff. So just Carl Watt, I think, still on the dummy grid, waiting to go. Sam Faulkner is on circuit, last year's championship champion. He's going to be handing that #1 plate over, though, isn't he? Today to someone else. Now, who will that someone else be? Will it be Oliver Owen, the championship leader, 5th in last year's championship. Will it be Ben Gartside, the 183, or Tom Snape, the number 4? If we're looking at form, Ben Gartside's probably got the best form going into this final round. He was 2nd at round 6. He won round 4. Whereas Oliver Owen, who started the championship so strongly, won at round 1, won at round 3. He's been fairly consistent since, hasn't he? He had a 4th at round 4, a 2nd at round 5, a 3rd at round 6 at Hooton Park just a month or so ago. So who's making the early inroads here? We've had, what have we had? 3 minutes, and Ethan Critchley is the fastest of the drivers out there at the moment. He's not going to cause a problem to the championship leaders because he's only completed a few rounds. He only actually came to us on round 4, so Critchley, loads of pace, but isn't going to squabble for the championship today. The first of the championship protagonists is Tom Snape, 3rd fastest, number 4, as Ben Gartside just sidles up behind him into 4th fastest. Oliver Owen is 5th fastest, so 3rd, 4th and 5th are the 3 championship rivals. Critchley is fastest, Bill Basie 2nd fastest, Snape, Gartside, Owen, Mark Lawrence 6th fastest, and there goes Faulkner. So it took him 3 laps, didn't it, to go, what, a couple of hundredths of a second quicker than everybody else. So Faulkner is now the fastest driver on circuit. That will not bother Snape, Gartside or Owen at all. They will have no interest in Sam Faulkner today. He can go off and win this round 7, I'm sure, for them. They're interested in what each other does. Could become a really interesting match play situation with these DRS125s this weekend. As we look at Carl Watt, just about to come round and complete his first full flying lap. Let's see what sort of pace he has as he comes round the final couple of corners. Swings onto start-finish, flat-out left-hander takes him onto the start-finish line. And there is Faulkner. Where does Carl Watt go? He's the 11th fastest, so rock bottom of the timesheets at the moment for Carl Watt. Peter Hugler is just ahead of him, 10th fastest for Peter. And Tommy Welch moves up into 7th fastest with a 47.3. That's a second and a half slower than the race. The top time driver, which is Sam Faulkner, who is there, the number 1, through the flat-out left-hander onto start-finish. The yellow flag being waved there, or there was a yellow flag being waved there. There's a yellow flag on the way into the chicane, isn't there? Oh. Somebody just got restarted, is it? Oh, okay, there's the bum. That's certainly not restarting the... Is that the 325 of Ethan Critchley? Is it Critchley? It probably was. And if that is... It is the 325 Ethan Critchley, so 2nd fastest, but he isn't going to go any faster than that because he's currently parked up. I wonder if it looks like some sort of technical problem, doesn't it? So Critchley still has posted a time, so he'll still get that time will stand. The issue is he can't improve on that as we go. Faulkner goes faster again, 45.7 for Sam Faulkner, so 4 tenths quicker than Ethan Critchley, 5-6 tenths quicker than the nearest of the championship leaders. So Ben Gartside now goes 4th fastest. So Gartside, 2nd in the championship, is going to take some points away here by the looks of it from Oliver Owen, because Owen is only 6th fastest at the moment, so it's not masses. As Bill Basie goes 2nd fastest, so Firas Bill Basie up into 2nd. The DRS plate won the DRS one-off Open Championship back at the start of the year at Little Rissington. And he is now 2nd fastest. As faster goes Faulkner, half a second quicker than everybody else. 45.5 for Sam Faulkner. Cruising, isn't he? But remember, Faulkner is not going to impact this championship at all. The reason for that is he didn't do the first 3 rounds, so he only came to us, or 4 rounds, he only came to us at round 5. And since then, he's won everything. Every heat, every qualifying session, every final, every fastest lap. Faulkner has been the class of the field, but he hasn't done the full season, and therefore he is not going to affect this championship in terms of his own ability to be in the top places. That is reserved to the drivers who have completed the full duration of this championship, and there's plenty of them. Oliver Owen, Ben Gartside, Tom Snape. They're the 3 to keep an eye on today in terms of the championship. Faulkner, Bill Basie, Critchley, Gartside, Snape. Oliver Owen is 6th fastest. Carl Watt is up to 7th, and Mark Lawrence is 8th. Bill Basie, the fastest of the Grandmaster drivers as well, in 2nd place. There he is. He heads out of the bus stop chicane. There's 2 of them here, pretty much identical as well. And up towards turn 2, swings out and down this hill. It starts to drift away from the circuit, slightly off camber, and then hard on the brakes into the second of the 2 chicanes. And then it all kind of flows round the left-hander, through the right at turn 5, down the hill into this really complex, tricky paddock corner. Goes left, right again, and now it's squeezing back up the throttle through the left-hander onto the start-finish line. And he crosses the line. Does he go faster? No, he doesn't. 46.2. Faulkner's just done a 45.2. That's a full second faster than everybody else here. That is a lot of time here at Fulbeck. A lot of time to have over everybody else. Faulkner clear at the front then. Bill Basie, Gartside, Snape, Critchley and Owen. So what this means for the championship then is that Oliver Owen is going to lose some points. He's currently the championship leader, so this is going to close up. In fact, Ben Gartside might just jump ahead of him because he's on the point between them. So Ben Gartside might end this qualifying session as the new championship leader. As the time comes to an end, the checker flag comes out, the drivers cross the line. This will be the last chance they have to go faster. Does anybody go faster on their final lap? Gartside's just gone faster. So has Tom Snape, actually, a third now for Gartside. Overall, Snape goes 4th, Critchley drops to 5th, Oliver Owen is still 6th. And I think the majority of them now have entered the pits rather than complete that one final flying lap. I think we've got one more driver to come through now, which is Carl Watt. Well, there's a couple, isn't there? Still on their last flying laps. One of them was Snape. Did he go faster? No, not this time, and neither did Mark Lawrence, who finishes the session 9th fastest. One more just coming through now, but coming through very, very slowly. And that is the end of the DRS125 qualifying session. Faulkner fastest, 54.296. Bill Basie, 2nd fastest, 45.6. So they did close that gap in the end, didn't they? They got it down to 4/10 of a second between Faulkner and Bill Basie. Gartside 3rd fastest, 45.696 will help his championship challenge, that's for sure. And then Snape also will have closed in on Oliver Owen, who was the championship leader at the start of this session. Is he now? That is the question. Ethan Critchley, 5th fastest. Carl Watt, 7th fastest. Tommy Welsh, 8th fastest. And then Mark Lawrence, Roberto Minoni and Peter Hugler. That is the running order for the DRS125s. We'll be back just around about 10 minutes time with the qualifying session for the DRS100s. So the DRS125 led by Sam Faulkner, courtesy of his fastest lap in the qualifying session. That fastest lap, incidentally, was a new lap record as well, so 45.296, the new lap record here at Fulbeck for the DRS125 class. held by our departing champion, because he will not be the champion come 4 o'clock this afternoon. So the DRS125s on circuit for their first heat of the day. The championship then, between 3 of them, Oliver Owen, Ben Gartside, Tom Snaith. One of them we expect will become the new champion. Remember, the championship final standings come out after this race meeting. There's an awards ceremony, an awards evening at a later date as well, as we see a spinner there, the 3-2-4 of Roberto Manoni on the first formation lap. They are strange things, last rounds of championship. Everybody gets the calculators out in the paddock. Everybody has their equations and formulas and tries to predict who needs to do what and when they need to do it. The drivers will know what's required of them. There will certainly be some GCSE maths put to the test this weekend. As the DRS125s come round to get their first heat underway. Now, for the likes of Firas Bilbezi, he's got a free shot here at Sam Faulkner. Will he try and be the aggressor in the opening couple of laps, try and find a way to hit the front? I think that's the only way to beat him, by the way. So the only way to beat Sam Faulkner is you've got to get the jump on him at the start, or within the first couple of laps. They're going to go round again. They are not underway this time. I think Firas Bilbezi was absolutely thinking what I was saying. Got to try and get the jump onto Sam Faulkner into that first corner, the first couple of corners, before he gets it lit up and disappears in the distance, which is generally what Sam Faulkner does. So we've got to try and get him on the back foot here. Best way to do that is a strong start. So they'll come round to try and get us going at the second time of asking. Led by Faulkner, Bilbezi. Well, they're a bit messy, aren't they? They're really messy. Will they sort themselves out by the time they get to the line? They will. Oh, it's very tight over the line. I think Bilbezi might have the drop here. He's trying to try and go around the outside of Faulkner. He looks across. Faulkner hasn't got the best of starts. Bilbezi into the corner first, is he? Yeah, Faulkner second. Just goes a little bit narrow. Gets a little bit of contact from behind as well. I think that involved Tom Snape and Oliver Owen as well. They were absolutely together as they went over start-finish. It just looked like Bilbezi carried a little bit more momentum over start-finish line. He's done the job, hasn't he? So we said he needs to get ahead of Faulkner. And from a spectacle perspective, forget the championship for a minute. We want to see close racing at the front of the field, and that's what Firas Bilbezi is giving us the opportunity to do. Now, how aggressive does he get on the defence? What would really help him is if the likes of Oliver Owen, championship leader, remember, could find a way past the second place of Faulkner. If he could do that, he also obviously gets himself more championship points. But he would also push back Faulkner from the front here. What a good start by Oliver Owen, by the way. Went right round the outside of everybody, didn't he? Bilbezi is then who leads. Faulkner is still in second place. I think Owen needs to get past Faulkner. I think that's the key for him. Keep Faulkner at bay, but also put Faulkner between himself and his championship rivals. That would be a really clever play from Oliver Owen. If he's got the pace to get on terms with Sam Faulkner, he's got to be careful. He can't really afford to take a risky lunge down the inside of Faulkner at this stage in the championship. But he's there or thereabouts, isn't he, as Faulkner creeps up onto the back of Bilbesi. Where will Faulkner have a look? Whilst there is good overtaking opportunities here at Fulbeck, it's also one of the easier circuits to defend around. I think 5's probably the place for Faulkner. This is 5. Bilbesi goes to the inside, just blocks him off, and Faulkner runs a little bit wide and might come under pressure from Owen. Is this the chance then for Oliver Owen to find a way past Faulkner? Just sits in. Watch Snape behind as well. Tom Snape back in third place. Owen's there. I think he's got to make this move now on Sam Faulkner. Can he get the run as they go up towards the chicane? Faulkner looks to the inside. Owen is right there. Can't afford any mistakes here. But it would be, although high risk, it would be a really strong move for him. He goes to the inside. Here is Owen then. Down the inside of Faulkner. Makes it stick. Faulkner just drop one. In fact, Owen might hit the front. He does hit the front. Oliver Owen takes 2 places in the space of 2 corners. Wonderful move from Oliver Owen. Bilbesi's got a problem. Bilbesi has a problem. Exhaust is off for Bilbesi. What a shame for him at the front of this field. Contact from him, he did. So Bilbesi with an exhaust failure heads into the pits, out of the lead. Benefactor, Oliver Owen. Championship leader, Oliver Owen. What a time to hit the front it is for that young man. He's got a little advantage as well over Ben Gartside. So all of the championship contenders are at the sharp end here, aren't they? So the DRS125s, we could have levelled at the races have been a little bit processional at times. All of a sudden, at the last round of the championship, they've come to life here. Because Faulkner's got some work through, hasn't he? And he dives down the inside. Faulkner takes Gartside, takes second place away. Now that doesn't really matter for Oliver Owen. What would help Owen is if he can keep Faulkner second, puts a buffer between himself. He runs really, really wide, doesn't he? Oliver Owen, a little mistake. Does the pressure tell for Oliver Owen as he comes out of paddock corner to complete another lap? He's still out front here. Keep an eye on Ethan Critchley in 5th place at the back of this field as Owen runs a little bit wide again. He's got to come under pressure here from Faulkner, isn't he? Gartside 3rd, Snape 4th, 2nd and 3rd in the championship, them 2 as well. Here is the move from Oliver Owen. It wasn't just the move from 2nd to 3rd, from 3rd to 2nd. It was the next one as well. There's the problem. Right, okay. So as he came out of the final corner, he'd already put his hand up, Bilbesi. He already knew. You can see the exhaust just waving up and down there on the replay. So there was the problem for Bilbesi, and as all that has happened, Faulkner's hit the front. So somewhere, as we were watching the replay, Sam Faulkner has taken the lead of this race. Now then, from a championship perspective, Owen has now got to keep these 2 behind him, Gartside and Snape. So as we said before, Faulkner can disappear in the distance. He's had to be really patient, hasn't he, Sam Faulkner, in this first heat, but he's got to the front eventually. Oliver Owen's got to try and stay with him at the front of the field. I think the likelihood is that he's going to lose the tour. He's already lost the tour to Faulkner out front. He's now got to focus on keeping this championship lead and keeping Gartside behind him. As well as that, keep Tom Snape behind as well. 1st, 2nd and 3rd in the championship are 2nd, 3rd and 4th on the road here. So close between them. Absolutely everything to play for. Remember, you can follow the action live here on Facebook through our Facebook page. Just search Daniel Ricciardo Series. You can watch us live on YouTube as well on the Daniel Ricciardo Series channel. Oh, there's a mistake from Snape. He waves his hand, but he made the mistake on the way in, and that is 2nd and 3rd in the championship, who have come to blows here, and they are attached on the way into the pit corner. Let's see it again, but live, I thought that Snape just went too hot into the corner and just spun round, took Gartside with him. Here it is then. So Snape to the inside. He's just lost it. He's just lost it. He can wave his arms around all he likes, but Tom Snape has made a mistake there and may have just given away his chances at winning this championship. He just got too hot on the way into the corner, just went all kinds of sideways, and the two of them drop all the way down the order to 8th and 9th on the road. Thompson's mistake, which also cost Ben Gartside as well. The man who'll be driving around there with a huge grin on his face is Oliver Owen, because that has done his championship challenge no harm at all. Faulkner leads. Second place is Owen. Ethan Critchley, who's got pace, hasn't he, Ethan Critchley? Third on the road. Carl Watt, the benefactor of all that mishap going on ahead of him, is up into 4th. Tommy Welsh is 5th. Mark Lawrence is 6th. Roberto Minoni is 7th. Then it's Snape and Gartside. Peter Hugler and Firas Bilbezi is the only retirement of this DRS125 heat so far. Wow. High drama, high stakes for these drivers. Now Oliver Owen won't want to let Ethan Critchley pass here, but he will know that he's got some points in the bag here ahead of his two championship rivals. He won't be worried about Faulkner in the lead. I'm sure he'll be quite happy for Faulkner to be out front. Could just do with keeping Critchley at bay just to add some more championship points into his back pocket. He's got about a lap and a half to see through here. We are now on the final lap of this race, and it'll be Sam Faulkner who comes through now to start that final lap. Here he comes then through paddock corner, just about to come back into our view. Here he is, starting to climb the long start-finish straight into the right, left, right chicane. Clips the curb on the inside. Here is the chasing pack, led by Oliver Owen. We just want to try and keep Critchley behind. Oh, he's not gone to though, is he? Critchley to the inside, and Owen doesn't give much resistance, to be fair. Doesn't really need to. He's going to try and drag race him down to the first chicane. Well, he managed to find a way through. He has done, hasn't he? He's just managed to slip back down the inside. So as Critchley went to the inside, and now he should be able to defend these last couple of corners here. I'll keep an eye on those two as you watch a replay, but live, Oliver Owen has kept Critchley behind. Just caught him in the drag race back, didn't he? Critchley really wide on the way through. Here comes race leader to be race winner. Faulkner then wins the first heat. We're looking back to Owen, who does hold on, and that first heat will have done his championship challenge the whole world of good here. Critchley 3rd, Watt 4th, Welsh 5th, Lawrence 6th, Minoni 7th. Then Tom Snape and Ben Gartside recover into 8th and 9th. I wonder what will be said about that manoeuvre from Tom Snape a few laps ago, and the impact that's had on both his championship challenge and the challenge of Ben Gartside as well. That is the DRS125 first heat complete. Our final heat of the day, our final heat of the championship before we turn. There's the move. That was the move then. Holds his hand up. I'm not sure if that's just in frustration or whether he was trying to deflect the blame onto someone else. So our last heat of the championships for the DRS100 is on the dummy grid. We've got about 5 or 6 minutes still to go before that. Then we go to the 3 pre-finals after the lunch break, and then the grand finals, which start here at 10 to 2 this afternoon. So plenty of action to come here. Already been a fairly dramatic day, hasn't it, so far? We'll be back with you in a few moments' time for our last heat of the day, the DRS100s.
then made a lunge, hit my back end, went wrong, and I got stopped by
action on circuit at the moment, and we've none planned for the next few minutes at least. We are just awaiting a recovery from an incident from the last heat of the day. So one of the drivers who's just receiving some medical attention following the conclusion of that last DRS100 race, which means that we are now awaiting the start of the pre-finals. Obviously, with any motorsport event, first of all, the safety of all the participants is at the forefront of everything that we do. Secondly, we need to ensure that we have the correct ambulance coverage for any motorsport event at any race circuit, and we're just waiting for that to be resolved, and then we can hopefully get back underway. So we do have a delay at the moment. We can't give you an indefinite timescale for when we will be back racing here at round 7 of the Daniel Ricciardo Series, but we're hoping that it will be within certainly in the not too distant future. So we will come back to you in due course, but at the moment, as previously stated, our racing is suspended whilst we await the required medical coverage at the circuit, and as soon as we have an update, we'll come back with you and share that as quick as we can.
We are really on the grid. Well, yes. Yeah, he's joined out.
Okay, everybody, that brings a close to today, to round 7. And the final round of our championship. Congratulations to everybody. It's been a difficult day. Obviously, driver safety is paramount for us. And we had 2 drivers injured today, which caused the suspension of racing. 1 driver's been released from hospital, Freddie Farrell. He's on his way home, and Cassidy Southall has had checks and is okay too. So, a round of applause for those 2 guys. So as you know today, it wasn't possible to complete the grand final. So these results are reflected from the points from each driver's qualifying, the first heat and the heat pre-final, which everybody completed. So therefore, those points amalgamated together would give the starting position for the grand final, except obviously that didn't happen today. So these results are where you would have started for the final and form the basis of the podium presentation today. First of all, we're going to look at DRS62 Academy. And in 3rd place today, we have number 55, Lucas Essa. Well done, Lucas. Little picture. Okay. And in 2nd place today, we have number 105, Ashton Redpath. Well done, Ashton. Well done. And your DRS62 Academy winner today is number 124, Dorian Malik. Well done, guys. Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, your DRS Academy podium. So moving on now to DRS62 Super. The points today put number 5, Nat Johnson in 3rd. Well done, Nat. In 2nd place today, it's DRS Jack Robinson. Well done, Jack. And in 1st place today, number 3, DRS62 Super Oscar Walsh. Your DRS62 Super podium. Thank you, guys. So now we're moving on to the DRS125, the senior. And your top Masters driver today is DRS Firaz Bilbasi. Well done, Fraz. In third position today, number 325, Ethan Critchley. Do you want that? You forgot the trophy. And in second place today, number 5, Oliver Owen. Well done, Ollie. Well done. And first position today is number 1, Sam Faulkner. Your DRS125 podium, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, last but not least, the DRS100, the junior category. Our top rookie today is number 114, Archie Potter. Well done, Arch. Well done. Moving on to your top 3. In third position today, number 5, Henry Foote. Well done, Henry. In second place today, DRS Freddie Cox. Well done, Freddie. And in first place today, number 3, Max Solaski. Well done, Max. Oh. Your DRS 100 podium for today, everybody. Thank you very much. So that concludes our presentation for today. So we will be all awarding our champions at our DRS trophy presentation, which will be announced in a date in January. So we look forward to having a fantastic evening and crowning all the champions with their trophies for this season. Thank you very much for all your support, and we'll see you next year.